Welcome all of you again. When we go for the application of the projectile motion, then two quantities becomes very significant and important to us. Number one is the range, that how much horizontal distance is covered at the end of the motion, and how much vertical height, this one, how much vertical height it can reach during the motion. So I want to write two things, and that are these two fundamental questions, that is how much horizontal distance is covered during this motion, that is capital R, which is called the range, and how much vertical height it covered during the motion, that is basically the capital H. So these two things becomes important, how it is covered and for which purpose, what is the velocity, acceleration, displacement, all of these things we know, and how it is acts on it we know. And I want to say one thing here, if I calculate the things from the diagram for a prototype, we can say, then we can apply it in a different case of artillery, just like common, cannon, that is the rifle, gun, arrow shooting, different cases it can be used. So two equations becomes more significant here. Number one, the equation of the range. The range is u square sine 2 theta divided by g, and this becomes u square sine square theta divided by 2g. So these two things. Now we try to find out the conditions. Basically these conditions is applied in later cases in different scenarios of numericals. So if we say the range and the vertical height is equal, then what it will give? It will give that u square sine 2 theta divided by g equal to u square sine square theta divided by 2g. So if I just break it mathematically, that is sine 2 theta, then it will become 2 sine theta cos theta. U square by g cancels out, then it will become 2 sine theta cos theta, and it will become sine square theta divided by 2. So this sine theta cancels out, then it will become tan theta equal to 4. So you can say this is the condition, this is the condition for which range and height will be equal. Next is our point of interest. What is the condition for the range will be maximum? The range expression is u square sine 2 theta divided by g. This thing can be found out in two ways. One is the method of derivative and is the method of concept. If a particle is thrown, and if I say u is fixed, then only one thing can change, obviously this theta, that is the angle of projection. If the angle of projection can be changed, so depending on if I say it is d or d theta, if I make it 0, then mathematically we can find out for which value of theta we will get the maximum. So it is basically differentiating sine 2 theta, because u squared by g can be written outside, and after that it can be made 0. So it is the composite of cos 2 theta, sine 2 theta becomes cos 2 theta divided by 2, cos 2 theta divided by 2, and it is 0. So we can say the cos 2 theta equal to 0. So this gives, not implies that, this gives us that 2 theta equal to 90 degree, because cos 90 degree is 0, and it allows us theta equal to 45 degree. So when the projectile is fired at an angle 45 degree, we can cover the maximum horizontal range. So if a projectile is fired at an angle 45 degree, then it will cover maximum horizontal range. So let us check it out. What will be the value of the height if it is thrown at an angle 45 degree to make the range maximum? So h equal to u square sine square alpha divided by g2. So it will be u square divided by 2g sine square 45 degree. Okay, sine square 45 degree is 1 by root 2. So it will become u square divided by 2g into 1 by 2. So it will become u square by 4g. A square by 4g. Now just think of it. Is it the maximum value of height? Is it the maximum value of height? For making the range maximum, we have chosen the method of derivation. But we can also apply the method of concept there. But if I apply the method of concept here, it is theta. If I apply the method of concept here, then what it gives us? Just see. Capital H equal to u square sine square theta, that is 2g. So when this sine theta, if u and g, if u is fixed, u is constant, u is fixed, then if u is constant, the g will be constant throughout the motion. That I want to say that g is constant. Why g is constant? There are sufficient causes. That's number one, that the projectile that I have thrown, okay, in these cases, if it does not process the height, that is the capital H here, which is very much less than that of the radius of the earth, number one. Number two, and it is thrown at average sea level. Most of the cases we just take some assumptions because we are doing the mathematical calculations. It is thrown at the average sea level and almost the 45 degree altitude. Okay, so these things are considered here. Otherwise the value of g is fluctuating in different manner depending on different variables. That is obviously the part of gravitation, but here I am taking a standard value, that is 9.8 meter per second square or 980 centimeter per second square or 32 feet per second square. So g is constant here, so u is constant here, g is constant here, so only one thing can change, that is sine square theta. So if I want to find out what is the maximum value of sine theta, I want to say what is the maximum value of sine theta. What is the maximum value of sine theta? The maximum value of sine theta is 1 and theta equal to 90 degree. Clear? So if theta equal to 90 degree, if I want to make this capital H maximum, then capital H equal to u square divided by 2g. Okay, you can say this is the H maximum. Then it is half of that. Okay, whatever I have done now, it is about the calculations. Now if you try to apply the concept, if the theta is 90 degree, then just think, is it a projectile motion? No. If the projectile is fired at an angle 90 degree with the horizontal, then it will be not a projectile motion. It will completely, purely the vertical motion under the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so from here we get the several points. When theta equal to 45 degree, at that particular angle of projection, we get the range is maximum, but the height is u square by 4g. And obviously if I want to analyze this value, it is half of the maximum value. This is the expression of range. Now if I try to be a little bit mathematical, then if I draw these coordinates, then it is the first quadrant, it is the second quadrant, it is the third, and it is the fourth quadrant. And if I write down the law, all sine, tan and cos, these values are positive there. So let us take some mathematical jugglery here. That is sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta. 2 theta is within the first quadrant, but the sine function will again be positive if it is in the second quadrant. So let us write down it as so that it is within the second quadrant. Clear? So what it allows me, so second quadrant 90 degree minus 2 theta. So this thing sine 2 theta and sine 2 into 90 degree minus 2 theta, it is basically the same value. If it is the same value, then if I write down this thing, sine 2 into 90 degree, sine 2 into 90 degree minus theta, then we can say that theta and 90 degree minus theta. Okay, this thing and this thing. Okay, now just is the same. Now just think about this thing. Now I try to apply the concept of physics here. Theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle of projection. And what is 90 degree minus theta? It is the complementary angle of projection, because theta and 90 degree minus theta is equal to 90 degree. So if we say theta is 30 degree, then it will be 60 degree. And both of these values, sine to theta, whether I place, if I want to write down, if you allow me to write, then I try to understand you like this way, then r equal to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. I am taking this one. Now I am taking this thing is this. So these two things allows me to write these two. So what these two expressions tell us, both of the cases the range is same. So whether I throw the particle at a certain angle, after that its complementary angle, then the range is same. So just see here. Let us consider a particle is thrown at theta. Okay, this is the u. Obviously the velocity is not changed here, it is theta. Okay, next time it is thrown with the velocity, with the value 90 degree minus theta. Let us say this. If this theta is allows me to say it is 60 degree, then it will be 30 degree. Okay, if I draw this, just see, that I first throw it at an angle 60 degree, then it will be the range. But now if I throw it at an angle 30 degree, it will be the range. And obviously our sense tells us here, in both of the cases the maximum height attained by this particle is different. Okay, So just see, if I say this is our case 1 and this is our case 2, in both of the cases we can say the range covered by the particle is same, that is R1 equal to R2. Okay, R1 equal to R2. That is, if I say about the values, that is u square sine 2 theta, that is 120 degree, divided by 2g divided by g, and u square sine 30 degree, 30 into 2 60 degree, divided by g is the same value. The range is the same because sine 120 degree and sine 60 degree mathematically gives us the same value. Because if I write down the sine 120 degree, the sine 120 degree then becomes, after this coordinate transformation, it will become cos 30 degree. It will become u square cos 30 degree. The coordinate transformations is from the first quadrant to second quadrant. So the value of the cos 30 degree and the value of the sine 60 degree is same. So the ranges are same. But if I say the heights, h1, if I say the height, the first case, that is the 60 degree. So height is u square sine square 2 alpha. Sine square alpha. Alpha is here, the angular position is, in the first case it is 60 degree, divided by 2g. So what it will be? It will be u square sine square 60 degree. Sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2. So it will be 3 divided by 4. So it will be 3 u square divided by 8 of g. Divided by 8 of g. And if I take the next thing, that is h2, then in that case it will be u square sine square 30 degree. What is the value of sine 30 degree? The value of sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. If it is 1 by 2, then it will be u square divided by 8g. So if I take the ratio of h1, h2, h2, then it will be 3 h2 1. So when the ranges are same, for throwing the artillery at two complementary angles, the height attained by it is different. Okay, the height attained by it is different. If I want to say the low height projectile, then we have to say for 30 degree. If I want to send the maximum height projectile, at that time we have to send it at 60 degree. But in both of the cases, it will destroy the same base camp. Okay, so this is the thing. So this is the, we can say, the applications of it. Okay, now if I just try to calculate in these two different cases the time, what is the time? To u sine theta by g. This is the time, total time of flight, the time of flight for which it is in air. So in the first case, if I want to calculate, that is when theta equal to 60 degree, at that time it will be 2u sine 60 degree divided by g. So it will be root over of 3 divided by 2 into 2u by g. In the second case, when it is thrown at an angle 30 degree, at that time the t2, if I calculate, then it will be 2u sine 30 degree divided by 2g. Sorry, here will be 2g, sorry, and here is not 2 because in height there is no 2 here. It will be 4. It is my mistake. It is 4. It is also 4. No, it is 8g. Sorry, whatever I have written, it is completely correct, just messed up. So it is 2u sine 30 degree. Okay, and here is no 2 here, that I want to tell. Here is no 2 here. So what is the value of sine 30 degree? It will be 2u divided by g. What is the value of sine 30 degree? The value of sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. So just see, if I take t1 is to t2, it will be root 3 is to 1, h1 is to h2 equal to 3 is to 1, and r1 is to r2 equal to 1 is to 1. Thank you.